You know, people like Black
He certainly is
Flag,
nice.
and I
We've
don't
got
really
everything set up and
care
ready,
about
Lucy.
Black Flag
Say the
all that
word and we'll get
much.
going.
I know that's
Here,
like everyone's
I brought you
favorite
something.
Assassin's Creed game,
A
but
party
I
gift
don't
from
really
Starbucks.
care about that game at
The
all.
memory core.
I don't think
This
the I
is
don't think the
With their
city
data, things
is
are gonna
like
go a
I don't
lot
think the cities
faster.
are that
I'll get to
impressive.
work on merging the code.
I don't really care too much about like the pirate stuff. Like it's cool, but it just never gripped me. You know, in that way that I think a lot of other people did. Personally, not listen. Okay, when I say I don't think AC4 Black Flag is the best in the series, I'm not saying it's fucking shit. Okay, okay, listen, please. Can we stop this fucking brain dead shit where like if you don't think something is a 10 out of 10, fucking I want to get on my knees and suck that shit off. Okay, it doesn't mean I think it's bad. I think it's cool. I think it's a fine game. The ship stuff is really cool. It kind of feels like fucking Wind Waker on crack. Upgrading your ship, all of that stuff. I think it's great, okay? Like, it's cool. Honestly, it doesn't fucking grab me the same way that, like, AC2 and Brotherhood did, okay? That's it. Alright? That's all that I'm saying. Black Flag is great. It's a good game. You know? I like Edward Kenway. He's a great fucking protagonist. Probably one of my favorite protagonists in the franchise. I love fucking Ezio. I love Bayek from AC Origins. I love Edward. Okay? Compared to this fucking kid in AC3 and compared to Connor, immediately fucking way better, okay? You want to know, in my opinion, okay, let's just do a fucking tier list for Assassin's Creed games, okay? Let's do a fucking tier list for this. Because I feel like that's the best way to do it, okay? If somebody has played every game in the fucking franchise multiple fucking times, let's do a tier list. Let's actually go. Okay, Assassin's Creed games as of Valhalla. Okay, I guess this is... Surprisingly, I thought there were a lot more, but okay. Okay. Alright, let's go into this. So we got S, A, B, C, and D. So Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry. This is actually a fucking, like, B tier. I'm going to throw that into B tier for now. This might change. I think Ade, his name was Adewale? Yeah, he was a pretty fucking cool protagonist. That's fine. Assassin's Creed, this, playing it now, is actually C tier. Because Assassin's Creed 1 is incredibly repetitive. Assassin's Creed 1, unless you're playing on the PC, which has like 4 extra things you can do, none of it are really truly engaging. None of these games are impressive. So I don't really care too much about Assassin's Creed 1, okay? The assassinations, none of the this is like the game where I want to play it, but I'll be honest, guys, I always skip 1. I literally just watch the starting, like, fucking... I just watch, like, an introduction video and that's it. Because there's not much of this game story-wise that really carries over. But yeah. Assassin's Creed 2, immediately S tier. Brilliant fucking game. Love it. Awesome. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, also S tier. Assassin's Creed 3. This game is B tier. And honestly, it may even be C tier. Because the problem with AC3 is, while I like the setting, Assassin's Creed 3 is basically a fucking tutorial until, like, sequence fucking 9, okay? This game is basically a fucking tutorial until sequence 9, right? Like, fucking basically by the end. There are some cool moments in it. I loved running around in modern day. Like, some of those modern day missions were fucking cool, you know? That was awesome. The movement mechanic, the tree climbing shit was cool. But, like, the problem is, it's like you're playing through the game and a lot of it really doesn't truly open up. It's kind of like, okay, the thing with Assassin's Creed 3 is they kind of go in with the expectation that nobody has fucking played an Assassin's Creed game when there have been at least 5 fucking mainline franchises that have come out. That's the problem with AC3, okay? That's the only issue that I have with this fucking game. Connor, even though I just kind of shit on him, I think he's an okay protagonist, but he doesn't have the fucking charm that Ezio has. And the problem with it's not even AC3's fault that it's the case, because Ezio had like 3 fucking games and a movie. Connor only had 1 game. So, but like, yeah, that's where I went in with 3. 3, again, playing this game, there's a lot that I like about it, but it just doesn't hit the mark like these other 2 games, okay? Black Flag. This is, in my opinion, an A tier. The reason why I don't put this up with AC2 is there isn't really a lot of that. This game has a lot of the modern day sci-fi shit that I love. I love that about AC2 and Brotherhood and 3 and all these games. But this game kind of doesn't really go into the assassin shit, in my opinion. Or maybe I gotta replay it again until, like, basically the fucking end of the game, okay? I don't think the cities in Black Flag are as cool as Venice, Rome, you know, even the cities from AC1, to be honest with you, or New York and Boston from 3. But, like, the cities I have an issue with. The ship mechanics are really fucking cool. I thought the whole, like... You know, my favorite moments from Black Flag were, like, the things that I remember the most is building up my ship, getting into fights, pillaging other ships, you know, getting onto the gun in the back, shooting a few people, like, fucking swinging the rope across, stabbing dudes, and then taking over forts. Fucking cool. But I don't know. It didn't grab me the same way that it did everyone else. I liked the headquarter mechanics. I loved the fucking... I liked the emotional shit at the end when you find... When I don't want to spoil the endings to this because there is a really, like, emotional, hard-hitting ending when you're done with everything in Black Flag. Like, when you're fucking, you know, going back to the promised land. So, I don't know. So, AC Unity. This one... I know this is going to be the hottest fucking take of the room, okay? This one is an S tier for me. So here's why AC Unity is an S tier, okay? It doesn't really build upon the story like crazy, because actually from a story perspective, this game is fucking useless. However, I love the main character. I think Arno is fucking cool. I love this, like, I love, like, fucking dealing with the Assassins and Templars. And listen, the combat is good. And you know what? The fucking city of Paris is so well designed in this game. The catacombs, the underground areas, the way that the enemies remember you, you know. There is a lot. If you played this game, now, if you think it's a C tier, if you only remember it when it was bugged, please try this game again. Actually try this game once again and just experience it, okay? Like, just really, like, fucking run through Paris, fucking get into the parkour, everything. This is like... when this game dropped, the visuals were as big of an impact to me as the original Assassin's Creed. You know? Walking around Paris, amazing. Okay, AC Odyssey. This game... I'll be honest, this game's a fucking... This game is a fucking... It's either A or B for me. I'm not entirely sure which one. I like Odyssey. I probably put in like 160 hours into this fucking game. But this game suffers from a thing where, like, here's what I like about Odyssey. So everywhere you go, each island or location has its own what am I going to say? It has its own, like, sub-story that you're doing, right? But, like, for all the sub-stories that you're doing, AC Odyssey isn't really an Assassin's Creed game. Because they talk about a lot of Isu shit and a lot of this, like, prior, like, you know, relic, like, this prior civilization and all that shit, but it's mostly just, like, I don't know. It's not, like, this game is an incredible... This game, I don't know. This game, I love it, but it's a little too big... And a lot of it just, it doesn't really have, it's just not really that, it's more of like, I want to explore ancient Greece and not so much play a game about Assassins and Templars. It's kind of what it is. Like, it's a fun game, but there were moments, like, I want to say like a good 20-25 hours of this game, I just was bored. Because I was like, it's just like, there were 20-25 hours of this game, and that's not a fucking small amount. 20-25 hours is a playthrough of an entire game, where I was literally just grinding. Like, I would have a podcast open and I would just grind. That's what I was doing. You might not even know this is an Assassin's Creed game if this didn't have it in the title, or, like, synchronization mechanics. AC Syndicate. Yeah, this game, honestly, I think it was a fucking D tier for me. I couldn't even remember what the fuck happens in this game, dude. I know that this game had interesting characters. Not even interesting characters. Both the fucking twins I can't even remember their fucking names. I can't remember their fucking names, actually. So, like, I don't even remember who the fuck they... I know they were, like, the Kenway twins. That's what I knew. The city of London was actually an objective fucking downgrade from Paris. Like, visually, technically, everything. Okay? No, it was Jacob and Evie. Yeah, now you remember. I think it was Jacob and Evie. No, it was Evie. Evie Fry. Fry, I think. That was the Fry twins. Okay. Oh, they weren't even the Kenway twins. It was the Fry twins. See, that's how fucking unknown the game is. The only thing I remember from this game is when you actually had to break into Edward Kenway's house in London. Wow, great. Okay, that's the only thing I fucking remember. That's it. Boring as fuck, okay? This game literally could not even give a shit about it. They had one mechanic where, like, you go to these new regions and you get into, like, fucking brawler fist fights and take over region. That's it. Other than that, like, I just don't know. They had like a hub system where you were using the London, like, subway to travel back and forth. I couldn't even fucking care. I don't even remember what this game's, like, story was. Like, I think at the end of it, they fucking find some shroud or whatever. Like, some piece of Eden, and then the whole story ends. AC Origins, easy S tier. This game is an S tier because this was one of the first games where, like, they went into the whole country systems, but it wasn't a game that was bloated. You could get through this game in a 20, 25 hour period. But you know what puts this... Actually, I would put this just a bit above, or I would put this next to 2. You know why? Bayek is probably one of the best... He's the best protagonist in the franchise since fucking Ezio. You know how Ezio was like a womanizer? And he was like, you know, the fucking cool dude. Bayek, dude, anytime Bayek has to interact with kids, he's like the best dad in a video game. And he's like the most honorable, he's like the funniest guy. He takes a while to get into it, but like once it clicks, man, it clicks. He's total family man. Total badass. The cutscenes, fuck, dude, there are moments in this game, dude. Like the Whitehall death scenes, fucking hit, dude. Origins was awesome. The DLC, banger. Amazing game. Okay, Liberation HD, that's a fucking D tier. I don't even give a fuck. You want to know what I remember out of this game? Nothing, okay? Fucking nothing. That's it. Imagine taking Assassin's Creed 3 and just deleting the fun. That's all it is, okay? Like you take Assassin's Creed 3 and you just delete the fun, and then you get Liberations, okay? That's what you get. Valhalla? Valhalla is slightly above these games. But this game is bad. And I'll tell you why I don't like this game. It's way too fucking long. It's way too fucking generic. It literally doesn't even fucking feel like an Assassin's Creed game. Because there's almost nothing Assassin's Creed related aside from, like, the hidden ones. It is the most bloated game in the world. And let me tell you why it's so bloated. Imagine getting so fucking lazy that at Ubisoft, instead of, like, saying... oh, there's a side quest. They just call it a mystery. You want to know how long each side quest in this game is? 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes if you're legally incapable of washing your own ass, okay? Like, you are legally, like, mandated by the state to be taken care of. That's how fucking boring this game... Because they're not side quests. They call them mysteries. So you go to a place... oh, wow, there's this house over here. And then the whole, like, magic involves, like, running around the area... and, like, making sure you find this open window that you can shoot an arrow through and unlock the door and go inside and read some fucking stupid note that you don't give a shit about. And then getting, like, 20 XP out of it. Like, that's how boring it is, okay? Oh, man. Hey, Muta, what about, like, items you find? You know, they call them, like, they call them resources. They literally split shit into... They literally split things into 3 categories, okay? They split them into 5-minute side quest... you know, fucking upgrade crafting mechanic items, and then, like, artifacts. Literally just, like, find 20 of these, like, Roman statues and you unlock some stupid bullshit story thing. That's all it is. It's fucking boring. Revelations is actually more... I'll put that A tier. This game is fun, but it definitely is the most, like, you can definitely see, like, the repetition. Like, once you play through 2 in Brotherhood, playing Revelations can be a tough experience. Now, what isn't in this is Assassin's Creed Rogue. And I would put Rogue in S tier. While it has the same gameplay of Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Rogue twists the formula a little bit. AC Rogue basically takes the maps from Assassin's Creed 3, you know, the gameplay of 4, but you don't play as an assassin in Rogue. You play as a fucking Templar. It was basically a prequel to Assassin's Creed 3 story, and it digs right into the fucking politics of the Assassins versus Templars. And holy shit, Shay Cormac is one of the... when you switch to a fucking Templar, like, your suits change, you're fucking walking around, assassins are hunting you. Literally, assassins hunt you in this game. It is... AC Rogue. One of the most goated fucking, like, games I've ever found. I'm bored. Where's the Subway Surfers? Oh, man. I love that. Actually one of the best fucking Assassin's Creed games.